So welcome to Nose to Nose. I'm Michael Kutza, the founder of the Chicago International Film Festival and part of Nose to Nose with Geno, Suarez. I'm going to tell you another chapter from the book I just finished called Starstruck. And it's painful to tell you the story, but it's actually very funny. It's the very first film festival in November. It was November 4 of 1965, and it's snowing. It's really cold. It's at a place called the Carnegie Theater on Rush Street, Rush and Oak. It's not there anymore, but it was. And we had an opening night and limousines and searchlights and all of that, except nobody came. It was like empty, and the stars of the film was an independent film with Phil Ford and Mimi Hine, long gone, but in fact, even the term independent film didn't exist back in the 60s. So it was a very simple story. I still couldn't get an audience. And what I found for the next 4 or 5 days, I still could not get an audience to see foreign films. And it was very frustrating. So by the time I made the thing 10 days long, don't ask me why I made it 10 days long. By the 8th or 9th day, people started to come and experiment. By the last day, we were selling out. So the newspapers and all started reviewing the festival, and they destroyed me, of course. They said the kid's way over his head, he shouldn't have done it, and he'll never learn. But, you know, A for effort. So I called my chairman, or co-chair, Colleen Moore. She was a silent film star. If you don't know who she is, Google her and look her up. So I said, Colleen, they just killed me. And she said, oh, Michael, forget about newspapers. I said, we got 4 newspapers in this town. They just killed me, all 4. She said, newspapers mean nothing, and don't ever trust journalists either. She said, people wrap their dead fish in newspapers and throw it away. Don't worry about stuff like that. So, okay, that's my mentor, second mother. I said, okay, I'll listen to you. So the next festival the next year, more attendance, and a wonderful opening night party over at the Playboy Mansion, because we were very close with Playboy and Hefner at that time. He loved movies. And Colleen was there with Harold Lloyd. Now, Harold Lloyd, look him up if you don't know who Harold Lloyd is, a silent film actor we were honoring at the festival. Glasses, you probably remember some guy hanging off a clock in Times Square. That was Harold Lloyd. So these 2 elderly silent film stars are at the party at the Playboy Mansion after the festival's opening night. And the party was great, wild, crazy, like the Playboy Mansion was meant to be and was. So you had these 2 sort of trying to stay awake, sitting in the corner in the mansion. Next day, the newspapers praising the festival a bit, but commenting on these 2 old fogies, these 2 old silent film stars trying to stay awake in the corner at the Playboy Mansion. I get a phone call from Colleen saying, Michael, the newspapers, They just said these 2 old fogies sitting there trying to stay awake. I said, Colleen, don't worry about newspapers. People just wrap fish in it and throw it away. And she said, that's different. This is about me. I said, Colleen, calm down. That's that. That's the story. I've never forgotten it. Yes, that's it. But it's about me.